There lies a school, high in the hills above the capital of Rwanda, where the sounds of children laughing and singing echo around the schoolyard. At first glance, this rural school doesn't seem like it would be on the cutting edge of quality education in Rwanda, but one look at the kids reveals otherwise. When the bell clangs, they eagerly rush to the classroom, ready to learn. When the teacher asks a question, their hands shoot straight in the air. Every child here loves learning and loves their school. Welcome to Bweramvura. In the aftermath of the tumultuous events of 1994, Rwandan children were trying to find an education in a broken system full of broken people. Their schools were failing them, not just in the present, but failing their future potential too. Weak leadership, ineffective and abusive teaching practices, and unengaged parents crippled a child's learning. But if all schools across Rwanda face these challenges, what made the difference at Bweramvura?
Before I was trained by Wellspring, I used to be a leader who would only think that I would do it alone.
Wellspring kept supporting us. We gained courage. Wellspring helped us to understand exactly what parenting is.
When Wellspring trainers first pulled up to the gates of Bweramvura, they saw the potential of the school and of the people in it, and set to work in helping Bweramvura move towards a brighter future where everyone is treated with dignity and worth. And this change begins with leaders.
It was awful. Children feared school, leaders, they were authoritarians, beating them.
Through Wellspring's training, leaders developed the character and heart for servant leadership, and were empowered with the skills to become confident, effective advocates for quality education.
I used to be a leader who would only think that I would do it alone. But when I was trained, I started thinking that even the ones that we work together can give good suggestions. I understood that to lead is to serve. So I'm now a servant leader.
Equipped with a vision for Bweramvura's future and the skills to make it happen, leadership began to pour into the school, into the teachers, and into the children. But change in leadership isn't enough. Teachers make up the heart of every school.
They used to fear me so much because I used to beat them when they made a mistake.
We used to work independently. I never had to think about what I wanted to teach. I thought of teaching something, I go and teach it.
Wellspring showed educators how to become team players instead of dictators in the classroom, and helped them shift their inward focus of teaching to an outward focus that placed students at the center of their learning.
Teachers have changed, and they are teaching with good methods, which have made children to like school.
They learned how to encourage kids with song and games instead of punishing them with beatings.
I encourage my children by praising them, giving them flowers.
Teachers are not only educators, they are role models and caregivers, encouragers and mentors. And with Wellspring's training, the staff at Bweramvura were finally stepping into these roles. Hope and trust were creating deep roots at the school. Kids now felt more at home in the classroom and looked forward to coming to school every day instead of dreading it. But education doesn't stop at the gates of the schoolyard, and Wellspring knew that to fully transform Bweramvura and the lives of the children, one more stakeholder would need to be engaged. Parents are vital players in education.
We are proud and appreciate for the work of Wellspring. It changed our attitudes. It made us understand the gap that was between the teacher and our children.
Wellspring worked with parents throughout the community to help them see the importance of their unique role in their children's education.
We are closer to our teachers. We know where our children go. We understand the challenges they are. We meet often and discuss learner challenges. Wellspring helped us to understand exactly what parenting is. We are now parents in position to support our children learning.
Parents learned how to use their own talents and assets to continuously improve the school. This means change comes from within the community rather than from an unsustainable outside source.
Wellspring has helped in parents' involvement because they trained parents, and those parents who were trained came back and trained us as parents, and that made us even to be more involved in the school activities.
Using their talents, strengths, and Wellspring's techniques, parents transformed Bweramvura into a vibrant home of learning. They cultivated green spaces for children to play, built more classroom blocks for students to learn, and even went out into the community to bring back kids who had dropped out of school. They became fully engaged in their children's education. This is why Bweramvura is such a model school for quality values-based education. With Wellspring's help, each stakeholder is now rallying around the school to see every child equipped with an education that matches their dreams and God-given potential.
I want to educate them so that their future becomes bright. I love learning. It will help me to brighten my future. I feel I'll be a pilot.
We have begun discovering their gifts after we have been trained by Wellspring. I see them as the nation today and tomorrow that will support our country to develop. I feel I need to become a minister. I feel to serve in the government and become Minister of Environment Protection.
With the support of their leaders, teachers, and parents, students at Bweramvura are flourishing. Their passions are developing, their minds are expanding, and their dreams are growing. That's why Wellspring invests in people at all levels of the educational ecosystem. Because when kids are surrounded with the support, encouragement, and love they need to thrive, a brighter future is made possible.